this. We have the middle order: Udana, Prasanna, De Silva, Lakmal, and Pradeep, the bowlers.
Right, of course, the Dream 11 playing 11s for both the sides. That one change for the Sri Lanka Masters with Dhamika Prasad going out and Suranga Lakmal coming in. The good news for the West Indies Masters is that Lendl Simmons is fit. He sprained his neck and missed the previous game after scoring 94 in for the matches. He's back into the side. That's the good part for the West Indies Masters. Right, what are we looking at? Of course, you can get onto the Dream 11 app and make your own team as well. Let's talk about Kumara Sangakkara's T20 numbers, Ron.
Oh, you look at that strike rate, 127. This is in an era when 127 was a very good strike rate. Nearly 7,000 runs, 43 50s. He's just a quality act. An all-time great, all-time master.
Absolutely. And on the other side is Upul Taranga, the man who got that 100 in the previous game. And look at his T20 numbers. Another batter with a strike rate of 127 plus, best of 124, not out. Got 300s in his T20 career. He's got 100 here in the International Masters League as well. Jerome Taylor is going to take up the bowling responsibilities.
Economy of 8.5. Best of 5 for 10 for Jerome Taylor.
Well, the umpire's in the way. He's just warming up.
Well, I tell you what though, Rahman, this, I have a feeling, will be an absolute cracker of a contest. Two really strong teams. The fact that Lendl Simmons is back just adds a little bit more steel to that West Indies batting lineup.
I agree with you, Ron. Remember, these two sides were up against each other in that 2012 final as well, the T20 World Cup final. Let's play, that's the call. Yes, we're talking about the International Masters League here. I said history between these two sides. Yes, 2012. Go back about 13 years. It was the T20 World Cup final. And these two sides were up against each other. The Windies prevailed and went on to win their first ever T20 World Cup title. Lanka, it was so close yet so far. They won the title in the next edition in 2014 when they got the better of India in the final. But that tale for a later time. First ball and first runs on the board. Taranga gets off the mark with that single. Dinesh Ramdin and Sangakkara were both part of that team in 2012 who featured in that final. There were a few other names there who are part of this tournament as well, who featured in the side. Well, there was Nahiru Thiramanne, who was there in that Sri Lanka lineup as well. As was Jeevan Mendes. Another single here, a little hesitation. Oh, a direct hit. And maybe Taranga would have struggled.
Yeah, when you have a look at this though, Taranga actually makes way for the ball to pass him. Are you there? Well, I also think he's done that because he knows he's figured the angle out, and he knows it's not going to hit the stumps.
Well, he wouldn't have wanted to kick the ball onto the stumps. That would have been harakiri. Oh, high on the pad. More like the Tiger. They've got a single. Oh, directed! A direct hit! This could be trouble for Taranga. Belly bound. Signals and umpires review for the third umpire to adjudicate. This could be a double blow for Taranga.
He's a gonzo. Tell you what, he's hurt, he's in pain, and he's out.
That's going to be a long and painful walk back to the dugout for Upul Taranga, quite literally. Sri Lanka Masters have lost their first wicket, and this is how it happened.
Excellent fielding from Carter. Direct hit. Taranga, the dangerous Taranga, he's got to go back for one. It's 2 for 1.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
බිස්නස් එක පටන් ගත්තේ වාහනේ LOLC ෆිනෑන්ස් එකෙන් රීෆිනෑන්ස් කරලා අරියන්න නම් මල්ලි හරිම තැනට යන්න ඕන.
LOLC Finance හරියන්න හරිම තැන.
Limitless fashion, unmatched styles, no limit.
Lahiru Thirumanne, who got a half century in the previous match. He's out there in the middle. Look at those T20 numbers. Strike rate of 118 plus. Capable bat. Looks for a single there on that misfield. Don't really think it was on. Look at that run out effected by Jonathan Carter.
Yeah, he was always struggling. Direct hit. No chance.
Almost had 2.5 stumps to aim at, Jonathan Carter. Oh, painful for Taranga. Hit as well by the ball and then had to take off for that single. Might have been better off saying a loud no first up.
Never nice when you get hit on the box. Then you've got to run. He had to hope there wasn't a direct hit.
Sangakkara takes off for a single. This time he'll make his ground quite comfortably. It's the end of the over. 3 for 1 at the end of the first over.
Dulux Weather Shield Power Flex.
It's every color fights sunlight, dust and rain and stays colorful.
It's colorful. It's powerful.
සිනාවට හැඩයක් කරන්නෙමින් ඔබ ළඟින්ම රැදෙන ඩෙන්ටා ඔබේ සිනහවේ ආරම්භය.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit sdbet.com today.
ඔයාගේ ඕනම ප්‍රශ්නයකට මගේ ළඟ උත්තර තියෙනවා කෙල්ලේ.
ඔහොම තමයි හැමෝම කියන්නේ.
උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නේ මෙයාලට තියෙන්නේ. එයාලගේ ගෙදර ඩේටා ඩිමාන්ඩ් එකට සෙට් වෙන සොලියුෂන් එකක් මට හොයලා දෙන්න.
chill bro. GB 45ක්ම දෙන ඩයලොග් ගෙදරට Wi-Fi රීලෝඩ් එකක් දාලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ chill එකේ විසඳ ගන්න.
This edition of the tournament, it's two left-handers really now do need to make things right for the Sri Lanka Masters. Fidel Edwards starts off his spell. Got some serious pace on him, Fidel Edwards. He was also part of that West Indies squad that went on to clinch that title back in 2012 against the Sri Lankans. They won the final. 112 wickets in his T20 career. Fidel Edwards was a part of that side. Ravi Rampal was a part of that side, as was Dinesh Ramdale, Lendl Simmons, and a certain Chris Gale as well. Just checking his shot there, Sangakkara.
Yeah, a bit of shape and just making sure that he had that in dipper covered. There you can see a little bit of shape. Just checking that shot to make sure he's got that in dipper covered.
Very quiet start for the Sri Lanka Masters in this game. A lot of times you look at what's happened in the past and you may get carried away. Struck well, but straight to the fielder. Pressure of trying to get big runs, because you've seen big runs scored in the past on the surface. Not happened so far. Lyndon Hannibal, one of the on-field umpires officiating this game. He's at the non-striker's end. And there's the inimitable Billy Bowden at square leg. And the TV umpire for this game is Umesh Dubey. Is that a no ball? No ball called by the umpire, just overstepping for the extra pace there, Fidel Edwards.
Free hit coming up. Dermane yet to face a ball, and the first one he faces is going to be a free hit. How good is that?
Just the start you want as a batsman. Do whatever you want. You're not going to be declared out, except if you run yourself out. That was a no ball. Heel well beyond that landing crease. They took a single, so can change the field. Long ons dropped back. Deep backward squares at the fence as well. What's it going to be from Fidel Edwards? Looks for a Yorker, ends up with a high full toss. How high was that? Not high enough to be called a no ball. Single.
I just think it took him a surprise, because a well set Dermane would have put that away with ease.
You look back at careers of some of these masters who are playing in the International Masters League, and the little bit of needling that might have happened during the playing days when they were representing their country earlier. Wonder if that's still carried on.
But I think there might be friendly banter. For sure, because that's a huge component of the fun that you can have on a cricket field. Friendly banter.
Get 100, but must runs by the back full. Beautifully struck. And this will be four. That was effortless, just like making payments with Bobby Pay. Also going to be the end of the over. 2 done, it's 11 for 1. In 2014 to the Sri Lankans.
I think the 1996 team would like to argue with you on that. When they did win the World Cup for the first time.
That was a 50-over format, so we're not comparing formats.
You said golden age of Sri Lankan cricket. You didn't specify, and I get that. I get when you say.
But you're a man of detail. I admit.
I get what you say, because it's recency bias. Everything recent is better than what was there in the past. It's always recency bias. I'll tell you. I'll give you an example. You look at the Premier League football. The highest goal scorer in the Premier League football is Alan Shearer. But the highest goal scorer in first division football is Jimmy Greaves. But no one talks about Jimmy Greaves. Everyone talks about Alan Shearer. It's all recency bias.
It was the eyeballs that the Premiership got, remember.
What's eyeballs got to do with the number of goals you scored in first division cricket? First division football.
That's going to be 4 more. There's going to be 4 more there. Sangakkara. The boundary there.
Dot. He's done well. Jerome Taylor.
Cranking up some serious space there. The previous delivery 134. Second delivery of the over as well. It's pretty quick. Best. Well, he'd get a bowl today, waiting for his turn to come on and bowl.
I think everybody is waiting to see Bestie with the ball in hand. 3 overs done, 17 for 1.
මොරටුව පානදුර යා කරන 73 වෙනි රන් මහා සටන සහ 32 වෙනි එක් දින තරගය සජීවී විකාශය ද පාපරේ HD නාලිකා අංක 1 ඩයලොග් view app sadapapare.com ඔස්සේ
LOLC ඉසුරු දිරිය නිවාසනය හැම අතින්ම පහසු ණයක් උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන් දැනෙන රස
Guardian of your timeless heritage, Nippon Paint Premium Wood Care Solutions.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. Get in on the action. Unleash your winning streak. Visit sdbet.com today.
Missing leg stump, but they'll scamper across for a leg by.
You got to keep the scoreboard ticking. Likely delayed leg by signal. That's the pitch, a few cracks on it. Third time this pitch is being used. 6 half centuries have already been scored on this pitch and a century in the 2 matches so far. So good batting surface.
I wonder, is that going to be playing on the minds of the Sri Lankan batters, Ron? That, you know, you had runs scored here, so is that a preconceived notion you walk into bat with?
Yes, sometimes it can, because you're thinking, oh wait, hold on, 220, 230, we need to get that. And sometimes in the endeavour to reach that 220, 230 mark, you can fall short. We saw what Australia did yesterday. They got to 269. Mammoth score, mammoth. But that was exceptional batting from Shane Watson and Ben Dunk. You don't get to see a partnership of that proportion too often. 236 unbeaten. Swing and a miss. And you're absolutely right, because sometimes you think, wow, I mean, that's the kind of scores that are being scored on these pitches at this venue. And that can, play tricks with your mind.
Pace off on that previous delivery, just rolled his fingers on it like a off cutter. That's the interesting part. When you can bowl 134, then when you bowl the slower one, makes life a lot more difficult for the batsman. Two boundary riders that you can take are on the leg side. I wonder if that's what Thirumanne is eyeing here. Lines outside off, so the bowler is not going to give you that option. Get a run there, and by signal, the keeper's not going to be too happy.
Thirumanne also unhappy at the moment. He's wondering why it's not a wide.
Better apologize to the captain there. Interestingly, look at both the sides. Of course, they're being led by the wicket keepers. Sangakkara on one side, Ramdin on the other. Oh, that inside edge could have gone anywhere. Sangakkara's lucky. Doesn't hit the stumps and he gets 4.
It's been an excellent over from Fidel Edwards, but that inside edge is going in Sri Lanka and Kumar Sangakkara's favour. He picks up 4. Could have easily ricocheted back onto the stumps. It's been a sedate start from Sri Lanka.
Still got that. The interesting story is nobody's tried to go hammer and tongs, yet they've somehow managed 1 boundary in every over in the last 3 overs. That's the reason why the run rate's over 6. Despite all those dot deliveries, this could be trouble. Could this be a wicket? No, it just falls in no man's land. I wonder if Twain Smith had picked that up just a tad late. End of the over, 8 from it, it's 25 for.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රෙදෙන් දැනෙන රස සිනාවට හැඩයක් කරන්නෙමින් ඔබ ළඟින්ම රැදෙන ඩෙන්ටා ඔබේ සිනහවේ ආරම්භය.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
ඒත්ස මම මේ වැදගත් වැඩගෙන ඉන්නේ.
ඇමතිතුමාගේ ආරක්ෂාව තමයි වැදගත්.
රුපියල එහෙම් පහල යනවා. ඒක උස්ස ගන්න අපේ ඇමතිතුමා මාර ට්‍රයි එකක් දෙන්නේ.
Starts off with the length delivery.
Single scampered as well, so these two batters looking to rotate strike if the boundary ball isn't coming. It's probably what the thought process is.
Oh, extremely fit, Tino Best. Still running in hard. Little wayward, will be 4 wides.
Well, just as he saw the batsman shimming down the track, wanted to do something different to cramp him for room. Maybe ended up doing a little too much.
Just bring it down to the leg side. Not much the keeper can do over there.
Does that radar find a better line? It's going to be runs. That will be 4 of them. Thirumanne probably didn't get hold of it, but he still got 4.
Yeah, it just goes to show how good this outfield is, how quick this outfield is. You're right when you say he's not got hold of it. He looked at his bat after he played the shot. Already of this over. Can they make it a big one?
4 legitimate deliveries still remain. Flipped away. There's a fielder in the deep. Just a single this time around. Run rate suddenly has gone up to 8 and over for the Sri Lankans, thanks to this proving to be a tad expensive. Oh, that inside edge might trickle away for 4 more. Oh, there is no respite for Tino Best here, nor for Ramdin.
Yeah, again, a little bit of luck going Sri Lanka's way. Inside edge could have easily again ricocheted back onto the stumps, but Sangakkara picks up another boundary.
Good bounce there for Ramdin. Tino Best is saying, is there any justice in the world? Bowl a good delivery and still don't get a wicket. There's 4 against my name. 15 off this over now. 2 more deliveries remaining. Make it 16 and there's still 2 deliveries remaining.
Yeah, another boundary in one of the 2 remaining deliveries, and this becomes a really good over for Sri Lanka.
Talked about his fitness routine and how he gets into training as a fast bowler, bowling in these conditions and bowling a long over. Well, that fitness is going to be tested now.
That becomes an 8-ball over, so temperature in the late 20s at the moment, so you're right, fitness will be tested.
Puffing and puffing a bit. Already bowled 7 deliveries in this over. There's 1 more that he'll have to bowl if he doesn't bowl another wide or a no ball. Or try to cramp him for room there. Another run that'll end the over as well. So in the end, they got 18 from it. It's 43 for 1.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
LOLC ඉසුරුදිරිය නිවාසනය හැම අතින්ම පහසුනයක්.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
Dulux Weather Shield Power Flex.
Its every color fights sunlight, dust and rain and stays colorful.
It's colorful, it's powerful.
සිනාවට හැඩයක් කරන්නෙමින් ඔබ ළඟින්ම රැදෙන ඩෙන්ටා ඔබේ සිනහවේ ආරම්භය.
Got Darren Goff alongside me. the start Sri Lanka was looking for, Darren?
Pretty good start, isn't it, from Sri Lanka? Well, except for the run out. Let's have it here. But Ashley Nurse coming into the attack. He's done well this tournament, hasn't he? From being a late addition into the attack, that first game. He's become the main spinner now, alongside Suleiman Ben. Taller bowler, but not as wide, Suleiman. But Ashley Nurse definitely done well this tournament with ball in hand.
Yeah, what he does really well is the change of pace, and he's got very good sense where to bowl. And two left-handers being out there does make life easy for an off-spinner.
Got cricketing intelligence.
A hint of turn, just stopping a little bit on that surface, the previous delivery.
Gotta see something turn while we're in India. It used to be renowned for turn everywhere you went, but these days, Sri Lanka, good pitches, a little bit of pace in them.
I think with Sangakkara, you can always expect the over covers shot against an off-spinner. He's just bowling a good line, keeping it on the stumps, not really giving any air.
He's another player, isn't he? Sangakkara, such a good player to watch. We talk about Tendulkar. We said it yesterday on air, I said it again. Every time I see Sachin play short, it's kind of quite emotional. And I think Sangakkara gets into that bracket as well.
This one slightly tossed up delivery. They'll be looking for two. Good running. And not taking any risk in this over.
Is that Carter out there? It is. Yeah, pretty good fielder. He is. Responsible for the run out. One of the younger members.
Oh, that's a wicket. Brilliantly bowled. Thirimane wanted to go over mid-off. The stumps are rattled.
Well, this is why he's been brought into the attack. Oh, he just went on with the arm, trying to play through the leg side. A little bit too square and went through the gate. And oh, he's happy with that one. Thirimane, a guy who's been in so much good form, goes for 14. And Sri Lanka now 47 for 2.
Sri Lanka's #1 betting site. SDBet.com today.
Nippon Paint Flex 400 waterproofs concrete. Permanently and effectively. Use elastomeric polymer and powder system from Nippon Paint, the coatings expert.